Good morning, everyone. Time for another update. Well, it's been a very long time since I've done any video updates. So I'm going to start off by showing you my YouTube channels. You can see here the Bitcoin channel I started June 14th of 2011. That's roughly when I discovered Bitcoin. I think it was about 13 bucks roughly. I think it ran up to 30 and then crashed down to eventually maybe $2 or $3. This is my silver channel. You can see I started that in 2007, and I really didn't start posting videos to that until I think it was roughly 2010. I think in December of 2010. So you can see this channel has 16,000 subs. I think the high it hit was about 18,000. The Bitcoin channel has 11,000 subs. And what happened was when I started these channels, initially my videos were getting anywhere from 5 to 10,000 views, and I was partnered on both channels, had Google AdSense, etc. And I think I was making in December of 2010 I think I was making $3,000 to $4,000 a month. And then there was also a website that I had, BrotherJohnF.com, which is defunct, and the BitcoinChannel.com, which is now defunct. So to summarize briefly what happened is I experienced what Alex Jones is experiencing right now. I experienced that back in 2012 when YouTube started demonetizing my videos. They were doing a lot of sneaky stuff. They didn't outright demonetize them, but through a lot of analysis that I did, I could see that they had done things to reduce the ad revenues. I can't say enough bad things about YouTube. They are the worst. I can't even go into it. They're so terrible. And it really gives me great joy to be able to say goodbye to them. I think they're finished. I think they're going to go bankrupt, and I'm going to explain to you why. So what I did to deal with the issue was in 2013, I took my silver blog, I kept the public blog going, which had quite a bit of traffic, generated a number of ads, and by the way, I was making money off of the blog, but Google, who bought YouTube, obviously for the reasons of being evil, if you know what I'm talking about, they bought YouTube, and now we know the end result for suppressing free speech. So my websites, the BitcoinChannel.com and BrotherJohnF.com, Silver for the People, they were also making money until Google AdSense began to squeeze them. So in 2013, I decided to create a member site, and it was a pay site. I believe I charged $10 a month for initial sign up, and we did okay with that. We didn't get a lot of members. We had enough members. Certainly I've never been able to make a living off of doing videos, and to be honest, I don't think that for most people under the current scheme that we have, for an honest person to make an honest living, I think it's very, very difficult. Am I going to say that there's no one out there who's honest, who's making an honest living? No, I'm not going to say that. But it's very difficult. So we ran a private website for a while and just did videos that were unlisted so that only the members could watch them. And I ended up basically talking to a very, very small audience as opposed to the audience that I was talking to on YouTube. And fortunately, I never really did take the bait as far as becoming dependent upon these types of revenues. And that's a very, very dangerous game. Now, I don't know with the latest thing with Alex Jones. I think that Alex Jones is has a very, very large following, and I think he's probably doing good on his website. And there's a lot of people, I think Gavin McInnes and others, that are being kicked off the social media. And I think, a lot of people are going to be kicked off going forward from these centrally controlled social media platforms, whether it's YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, what are the others? Instagram, Spotify. They're all controlled by the powers that be. Who are the powers that be? I don't know. You tell me. They're apparently heliocentric, satanic, transgendered pedophiles. I mean, that would be my rough summary of who these people are. They're monstrous. They're gonna get what's coming to them. Eventually, everyone's going to stand before God and is going to give an account of what they've done. But the reason why I'm making this video is because when I first started supporting Bitcoin, I created this channel, the Bitcoin channel, back in 2011. And the reason why I did that is because it wasn't being covered. So for me, it was a matter of just getting the word out there. Now, I had a number of videos. I think my most viewed video is the one where I covered Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin flash crash, when Bitcoin crashed to a penny on Mt. Gox. And I did a number of other videos on that. That's definitely the most popular one. You can see it had 93,000 views. And at one point, I think it was covered by Wikipedia, but again, there's another site that's controlled by the powers that be. So the Silver channel, let's see. Okay, so the most popular one I did was back in 2013. So anyway, let me get to the main point here. The main point is that Bitcoin is and will be, or cryptocurrencies certainly will be, the end of the banking system. I saw that back in 2011. I don't have any question about that. That's still the case. I thought that silver would be that, but unfortunately, silver definitely could be that, but because people are so brainwashed, they're still putting more money in their 401ks in a system that the elites can collapse at any moment. And because people are so brainwashed, they haven't taken down the bankers. They could do it with silver. But even though they could do it with silver, they're not doing it with silver. They can also do it with Bitcoin. And that was what I saw back in 2011, that the bankers are vulnerable because this is decentralized, peer-to-peer. There's a lot of talk about the blockchain, and the nonsense and FUD has been debunked for many, many years. I don't even want to go into it, but the term blockchain is used. The term blockchain is meaningless if it's not decentralized and peer-to-peer. And so the bankers are trying to take over the term. They're going to fail. But the reason I'm doing this video is because I want to introduce you to BitTube. Now, BitTube is to YouTube what Bitcoin is to the dollar. BitTube, in my opinion, is going to be the thing that takes down YouTube. Now, I've been following decentralized peer-to-peer cryptocurrencies that have media-based platforms or ideas. I invested in Florin Coin early, had a big run-up, crashed. Invested in library credits early, had one of a run-up, hasn't crashed as much. Both of those are promising. Florin Coin has the Alexandria project, which is basically a project that has to do with using that message field in Florin Coin to create a library. Library credits, on the other hand, is more of an integrated app that has the videos built in, and I'll do a video in a little bit on that and post it to BitTube. But I'm moving everything to BitTube, and I believe that BitTube is going to destroy YouTube. So let's watch the BitTube explainer, and then I'm going to do a little bit about the channel and the miner and the market. But let's watch this video first.
Content creators used to be bathing in ad revenue. Then, one day, the party was over. And sadly, there was nowhere else to go. Or was there? Creators and viewers around the world, we give you BitTube, a revolutionary new video sharing platform where creators can finally earn a living again, fairly and on a level playing field. Videos aren't stored in enormous data centers. Instead, BitTube is completely decentralized, and everyone is naturally part of a vast peer-to-peer network. What's more, earnings are based in a private cryptocurrency that no third party controls. This means BitTube has no ads, while videos and live streams are always monetized. Earnings are distributed fairly based on airtime between the creator and the viewer. Your time on BitTube is always rewarded, so you can support your favorite channels. Therefore, as a BitTube creator, there is zero risk of censorship. No matter how crazy or scary your content is, your viewers will always have your back. It's easy to get started. You can import your entire channel in one click. Everyone is part of the BitTube economy, and services such as premium subscriptions, video on demand, self-promotion, donations, and more will fuel a flourishing ecosystem. Visit BitTube today at bit.tube.
So that's BitTube. Is it as good as the video says? Yeah, it is. It really is. We just watched that video on BitTube. Here is the Bitcoin channel, and I did import it from YouTube. We don't have a thumbnail on the main video. I'm not sure. That might be a bug. It brought in almost all my videos. It didn't bring all of them in. That might be because it might be the quality of the videos. I'm not sure what the reason was. The rest of them I'll manually import. But you can see that the way the interface works here, you've got trending videos, and you've got your categories, and it's just very user-friendly. It's fast. Everything about it has worked so far that I've seen. Another fantastic feature is that this wallet is built into it. You can see that I actually went from my BitTube miner and sent some BitTube coins to this browser wallet. It also has two-factor authentication. So if you want to donate to a channel, you have to use, or you can set up the two-factor authentication, and then any money paid out, you have to put in that two-factor code. So that's much safer, so you don't get robbed. Here's the miner. This is the wallet and the miner. And I'll leave the links below where you can download all these things. You just go to the mining tab here, and you can see it pops up a command window. Now it's going to get a little bit laggy here because the miner does use a number of resources, so pardon that. But you can see here, this is the miner. Let's minimize this. And you can see that it's mining. When you put it on full screen, let's put it on full screen. The miner has, you can see that it's intelligent enough that it detects your GPU. I have dual cards in this machine. That's why it's mining in the background. That's why there's the noise. But you can see, you can select the number of cores that you want, and then you can choose your video card, and you can see it's mining 178.8. So far I've mined 5, so it's really neat. In the past, to set up miners. I'm going to stop mining because it is such a drain on the video card. If you were one of the early people who mined Bitcoin, it was a lot of stuff that was pretty complex. Most people couldn't do it because it was command line and things like that. This is not like that. The miner is built into the wallet, which is unbelievable. The other thing that is absolutely unbelievable is the price of BitTube. The market cap of BitTube is less than $3 million right now. I've been buying it on the decline. I started buying it around 4 cents. I think it's around 3.5 cents right now. So the market cap is less than $3 million. Now, why would that be so small? Well, because there's going to be 1 billion coins. There's currently 80 million. And it was not pre-mined, and it was not an ICO. So it's very much like Bitcoin. The people that are going to get the most coins are going to be the early adopters, the early miners, and the early buyers. So for people who missed out or feel like they missed out, I really, honestly, just my opinion, this is not investment advice. I don't give investment advice. I'm just giving you my opinion and what I do, what I've been doing, which is accumulating the coin as prices are falling. Now, I wanted to cover cryptocurrency markets real quick here because it's been quite a while since I've done a video on this, and I wanted to tell you what I'm doing. I pretty much am fully invested in Litecoin now at this point. When Litecoin hit 49 was the point when I decided that I would pretty much go all in. Now, this is the chart of Litecoin. You can see that based on the trend lines that I've drawn, that I believe that it's actually at a key breakout point right now. You could have drawn that in the past. You could have seen it there, but is Litecoin going to go lower? It could. It could get cut in half again, but it's down from 370 to 50. So you do the math. What's that? An 80 to 85% bear market. So that's where I am. The reason why I'm not in Bitcoin as much as I am in Litecoin is because Litecoin has fallen further. Litecoin is faster as far as transactions, and we know that the big argument, I'll go into upcoming videos, I'll go more into the issue of Bitcoin Cash and what's happened to Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is now considered the gold of cryptocurrencies, which means that it's not used as much for transactions as it is for investment. Now that's improved somewhat with the Lightning Network, but I don't really agree with. So we'll go into that topic as well in future videos. But for me, Litecoin is a better investment than Bitcoin. Are there other cryptos out there? Yeah, there's thousands of others. But my first criterion is always going to be, is it a true cryptocurrency? Is it decentralized, peer-to-peer? Is there no central point of failure? Because we know that the bankers want to stop cryptocurrencies. So the cryptocurrencies that survive will have to be decentralized and peer-to-peer. Those are going to be the ones that survive the attacks from the bankers. And I can't even tell you how many different strategies the banksters, the evil powers that be, have used to try to defeat cryptocurrencies. Well, as I said in my video, an idea whose time has come, back 8 years ago or 7 years ago, it doesn't matter what they do. Cryptocurrencies are an idea whose time has come. And now BitTube, which is just, it blows me away. It's incredible. BitTube is finally an implementation of a decentralized peer-to-peer media platform that cannot be censored. Now, my understanding is that if you take copywritten material, then what they will do is they will reassign that to the original copyright person. So there is some control. I think that's going to be a positive going forward, because if somebody comes on there and picks, in fact, I just saw a bunch of FPS Russia videos being uploaded. If they're not the original channel owner, then they're going to upload all those videos, be collecting a bunch of tube coins, because with BitTube, you get paid for watching videos. You also get paid for producing them. So both the viewers and the producers get paid in tube coins, which are released as the miners go forward. Only 10% have been released, but back to the point, if the person who's the original copyright owner comes on to BitTube and says, hey, wait, those are my videos that I created, then what they will do is, when they prove that, they will assign those videos to them. Now, what does that do? That creates an incentive for people to migrate, because if their videos are on BitTube and making tube revenues, then they have an incentive to have a presence there and claim the ownership of their material. So everything about the implementation of this is fantastic. So that's BitTube, and I say goodbye YouTube and hello BitTube, and we'll talk to you next time.